Hello everyone and welcome to week 4 in Module 4 Nursing 316. This is Dr. April Bice here to discuss just a little bit about your assignments for this week in the module. Alright, so this week we will be talking a little bit about organizational change as well as nurse leadership. As usual, your module overview and your module objectives will be found here in the beginning of the module. You also have your typical to-do list. You have 3 chapters of reading, as well as some classroom activities that we would like for you to review and to complete. Some of these activities revolve around practice delegation and change quotient, as well as some information and preparation for assignments that will be coming up that are due in the course. Definitely review once again the guidelines, the rubric, and the sample paper for the Contemporary Nursing Issue Paper and Project. The second draft of your Contemporary Nursing Issue Paper is due this week. Next week, you will have the Creative Professional Identity Project due. So, it's definitely imperative that you review the Creative Professional Identity Project guidelines, rubric, as well as get to know the media tools that will be required for you to complete this project. Remember, as stated in the rubric and the assignment guidelines for the Creative Professional Identity Project, you will be required to notify the professor, that's me, if you would like to do an idea or have an idea outside of the suggested elements for that project. You also have a reflection activity that we would like for you to do this week. Your 2 submitted assignments are your discussion assignment, in which you will be discussing and approaching one of your nurse leaders that you have encountered in your practice, as well, again, as the second draft of the Contemporary Nursing Issue Paper. We have some additional resources here for you, as well as the discussion board assignment, explanation, and discussion of elements. This week you will be choosing to discuss a nurse that you have worked with or you currently work with as a nurse leader. Why is this person a nurse leader in your eyes? It will be essential for you to bring in what the ANA Standards of Professional Nurse Practice Leadership are. Please see pages 55 through 56 of this booklet and discuss those leadership qualities that your leader has. If you do not follow the guidelines recommended in this week's discussion, you can lose points, so please make sure that you appropriately address the guidelines for this week. Your response post, you will be selecting one student whose leadership competencies are different than yours and create a response by comparing and contrasting your classmates' leader style with the style of your own leaders chosen. Next, you have your second draft of the Contemporary Nursing Issue Paper due as well. Just a few tips regarding the second draft of the Contemporary Nursing Issue Paper. If you are partnered in a group of 2 students, please be sure to submit identical work to your partner, period. There were several students who submitted work that was different, even minutely, than their partner, and that is not correct. However, if you are submitting alone, then you obviously do not have identical work to submit. But if you are submitting alone, please be aware that you are also required to follow the same rules in the project guidelines and rubric when it comes to what is to be due submitted this week. I did see quite a few APA errors still being made in the first draft, and I tried to give really detailed feedback about that, so please be sure to address all grammar, punctuation, paragraph and sentence structure problems, APA format, and also general format and guidelines for the paper. Your sample paper, as well as the guidelines in the rubric, are of great importance and benefit to you when completing this project. It will be very important for you to review those again before submitting your second draft. The second draft is not nearly as much feedback as the first draft. So please be sure to look intently at your first draft feedback coupled with your second draft feedback before you submit your final draft. All right. I believe that is all we have for this week. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out, and I hope you have a fabulous week.